Today we have Eksath Wijeratne. He is the General Manager of Eden Resorts and Spa Beruvala. So we welcome you to this interview. My first question is, Eksath, Eden Resort has been acquired by LOLC earlier this year. How do you view this acquisition?
Well, it's talking about the questions that the LOLC, it's not sudden decisions to coming into the leisure sector. This decision had been taken way back, even before the war ends in Sri Lanka. So I think by looking at the decisions that was taken at that time, it really shows how well this decision had taken at that time, and really we are in the best time in Sri Lankan tourism. So I personally feel that this is the right decisions to get into the tourism industry.
How has Eden Resorts performed this year so far?
Well, I think in the history, so the last 2 years we have been doing extremely well. So our bottom line had been really good. So that itself speaks for the industry, and also that itself speaks for the LOLC's decision.
Do you perceive the current competition in the travel industry with many hotels budding around the country as being positive?
Well, that's very positive. The important thing is that though we have been talking about tourism industry in Sri Lanka for so many years, since late 1960s, if you look at the growth, had been very minimal. But after the war, the post-war, you could see a real industry is booming. This will certainly add pressure on all the corners, not only the investors, or not only the hotel chains, and not only the authorities, and also, well, there will be a huge competition among the professionals, so that they can always compete each other for better performance of the industry. So this will certainly add more emphasis in our operation. So also we can see that many international companies are coming into the country. So the international chains, they have a very strong travel and marketing tourism segment. So that they will now, once you put up a hotel here, they must campaign. So that itself is a great opportunity for the country as a destination to market. So I see that this more hotels coming up as a great opportunity for the industry.
Generally, how do you view LOLC's decision on investing more on travel industry, which affords so many opportunities for the growth?
So if you look at Sri Lanka, the Sri Lanka itself has everything for what the tourist requires. But like I said earlier, the opportunities were very limited. But now, I think every inch of the Sri Lanka can be marketed as a tourist destination. So here, our tourism had been restricted to very few areas, mostly the beaches and few destinations in the hill country. But here, even in the hill country, or in the other suburbs, or in interior, there are many opportunities. So we need to look into the other areas as well, and then start growing up. And also there is a requirement that we need to maintain. We need to build a quality hotel. So here, a company with a lot of
Posture.
so ready to invest.
Tourism is one of the factors. The economic prospects of Sri Lanka's post-war development is hinged on. Do you think the tourism sector is positioned to gain from this boom?
Definitely, the tourism sector is positioned. There is no doubt in that. We are well positioned. But I personally feel that at this moment, the stakeholders of the industry need to get together. I think I personally feel that the blame culture has to be put off, and all of us need to get together and start doing for the betterment of the country, whether it is the authorities or whether it is the hotels or whether it is the travel agents or the people who involved in the area is not the matter. So all of us, everyone, even the villagers from these areas must get together and start marketing the tourism. So that is something that I think we are lacking, and we all need to get together and create a forum, right forum, and then start marketing the country as a destination. If we don't market the country as a destination, that is where the difficulties we will face. But if all of us got together, as I mentioned, I think in this world today there is no better place than Sri Lanka.
Positioning of brand Sri Lanka is another issue. We see Thailand is positioned for fun and shopping, hence it is called Amazing Thailand. We see Malaysia is positioned as Truly Asia. Our neighboring country, India's slogan is Incredible India. So what about Sri Lanka? What is Sri Lanka's positioning?
Well, I think we have a slogan, Wonder of Asia. That is, we don't want to be Thailand, or we don't want to be India, or we don't want to be Malaysia. We are Sri Lanka, and we have a slogan. What is needed is that, like I said, that we have a huge, important the areas in this tourism, and then we have, I'm sure we have right investors, we have professionals who can do this, and let's get together and then put this case forward. So Wonder of Asia would be a right theme at this moment to go around.
What are the key challenges that the sector faces when attempting to capitalize on the opportunities presented by the tourism boom?
Well, right now, like I said, we need to market the destination. So that is one drawback that we face at the moment, and also maybe there are certain other the facilities that need to be freely available in terms of when you say building up a hotel. There are so many requirements to be fulfilled. The tourism, the board, the authority has a formula, but I'm sure that you can make it more user friendly. And also the other sector that needs improvement, of course, is improving, but need to improve is the road development, because if you look at Trincomalee, or if you look at Hiyal, it takes quite a lot of time when compared to the usual timing of other the foreigner used to, say 200 kilometers. Generally we look at less than 2 hours. I wouldn't say that we are bad, but now since we have looked at we have focused very much on the road infrastructure, in time this address will be addressed, but this is one area that we need to consider. And also with the development of the south airport will also definitely will shorten the time, the factor in the country. And also the main area that I as a professional see that need more focus is the people. We do talk. We are talking, and we are also making a lot of emphasis on the hotel rooms improvements. And we are looking at improving the tourists to the country. But at the meantime, it is very important that we have enough people to do the service. I think we will be in trouble if we have tourists and if we have rooms, but if you don't have the right people to do the right service, that is a cause for concern. So, like I said, with the beauty of this country, the other thing that we can easily market is the people in this country. So to market that, we need a well-trained workforce to facilitate the increase of the tourists. So we definitely need to improve, and we need to keep producing the staff. Otherwise, there will be the cold war between the individual hotels and the hotel companies to grab the trained staff. So without getting into that conflict, I think we need to produce more quality staff into the industry.
Reviews have expressed that pricing of Sri Lankan hotel rooms have gone very high without real consideration about improving the quality of the rooms, etc. How do you view this matter?
I don't think that this criticism has any relevance to the industry today. One thing that in an industry, you need to make self-sustainability. So you need revenue. For so many years, we have been struggling. We are selling, but end of the day, what do you get? Most of the time, we get nothing. But if you look at the occupancy, we enjoy the occupancy. We had fantastic occupancy right across, but when you look at the bottom line, there's hardly anything. But I think now we have positioned, the rate structure is in the right the direction. So keeping the rate structure at this moment, and what is needed is that we, like I mentioned, that let's capitalize on this. We have got the rate now. I don't think that we need to go back and reduce our rates. So let's keep the rates as it is, and then look at the avenues where we can get into the other areas. And I think today's world, if you look at the statistics, there are nearly 800-900 millions of people travels year round. So look at Sri Lanka, how many people are we attracted at this moment? So we are looking at, by 2016, 2.5 million tourists. And you look at the big picture, the 2.5 million is very small. So there's a huge capacity, there's a huge potential. So what we need is to keep the rate as it is, and then look for better markets.
Eksath, with the improvement of the industry, how has hotel occupancy levels performed? Will there be more jobs generated in hotel industry?
Very much. Many hotel jobs are generated, and there is dearth in the employment. So that, like I said earlier, that need to be addressed. So that's definitely, it's a positive note. And also the general youth, the involvement also has increased. But I think still there is a message to be taken to the rural areas. Especially I think the ladies, the female, the factor is very less involved in this industry. this is, and I would say in my personal opinion, is a very well disciplined industry. There is no hesitation about getting into the industry. So the female has to be encouraged more to the industry, so that the female touch in the industry will definitely can create a better service environment in the organization. So it's important that we take the message and we get the best the people, the qualified youth, talented youth into the industry to meet this requirement. Like, to the answer to the question, yes, there is a huge improvement, the huge generation of employments at this moment.
If the hospitality industry is to thrive in Sri Lanka, human resources will need to be enhanced. Presently, there is a major scarcity of skilled employees, both at operational and strategic level. How can hotel industry develop improved staff and services?
The techniques has to be improved, but the hospitality is in our blood. You can't argue on this. If you visit many countries, you know the difference. The hospitality in our blood. What is needed is the technique has to be taught, and at the meantime, the talent youth, the focus needs to be driven towards the industry, so that there will be more people coming into the industry.
How do you view the future of hotel industry in Sri Lanka?
Well, without being biased, I think we are right on the top. We have a beautiful country. There is no threat into the security. The number one factor in tourism is the security. So here, a country, an island, it talks of a pure democracy here in this country as a point of the tourist view. So I don't think that any other industry can overtake us within the next 2 to 3 years. So we are on the right direction, and we all need to get together, and I'm sure tourism is going to be the number one the revenue generator to this country. We have enough and more for this industry. You don't need to create or generate theme parks or many other things. Here the natural beauty is more than enough, but there are little nitty-gritties that need to be looked at. If you look at those, I think we are on the right direction.
Okay, thank you very much for the time, and thank you very much.
Thank you.